Welcome back guys to a new Boom Beach video. So we've jumped ahead into the next engine after a lot of chest collecting. So this was our base design there, and the next engine, this is the quick base that we've made. We're pretty light on defenses, so I couldn't really copy any of the global leaderboards or indeed the local leaderboards because they are not at this engine level yet. So you can see we've already went ahead, picked the Doom Cannon there, and then we've also saved up enough keys to instantly unlock the troop damage node there. So we haven't done any attacks there, but before we start with that, I'll just go ahead and show you some of the attacks I was doing in the previous engine, and it was actually working out. So over here you can see 232, 225 was our time, 221, 227, so we were getting 2 minutes 20 or better attack time. So I'll just show you what I was doing there. If you guys are in the previous engine level and have the same tech tree there that I had. So I was using 4 boats of Seekers to take out these 3 engines, and then 1 boat of Heavy Chopper and 3 boats of Cryo Bombardiers to take out that engine, and then they are flared all the way up over there, working away on the Sky Shield and the 2 engines underneath there. Meanwhile, the Seekers are dropped over here. There's enough Seekers and there's little defenses over here, and the Seekers are able to take down those 3 engines by themselves. So I'll just speed run over here, 2x speed, show you what I was doing in case you guys want to try this attack strategy yourselves. So not really worried about keeping that Heavy Chopper alive or anything. I don't have any extra GB nodes, so we're saving most of our Cryo Bombardiers and Tiny Shocks for down here. Taking out the shock mines and tiny shock in the flamethrowers and the doom cannons, and you can see there Seekers are enough to take down these engines down here. Luckily they also came up over here and took down that engine, and there it is. So we were getting 2 minutes 20 thereabouts with that attack strategy. You guys should try that as well if you guys need a attack strategy in the previous engine. So let's go ahead, jump into this one now. We haven't done any attacks. I've just basically tried to space out my defenses so that the cryo bomb is not as effective. We put 1 engine over here, the Sky Shield over there as well. We've put mines, some bit of shock mine there as well, single shot, splash damage there. I put the splash damage at the side so that it's not, if it was there, you see the Seekers would stand in front of the dead spot there. So it's better to put it off to the side a bit. So let's put that back. Right there. The mines will be taken out by the cryo bombs, but that's fine. We've spaced out the mines, so basically just trying to direct them up to that corner up there, and then try and leave that spot for the very end. So we've rushed into the next engine. We have the troop damage, so that's, what is that, 200% troop damage there. Okay, so I think that should give us a good enough advantage that it makes going to the next engine worth it there. And then we'll get the building damage, and then we'll get that extra troop damage and after that as well. So first attack in the last engine. Let's take a look at how it goes. We do need to do a rank up. We are just outside of rank 20 there. Let's go ahead. We'll try and do the same attack strategy. This guy does have rockets, but I think that should be okay here. Let's go ahead, try and do what we were saying there. He's got a bit more defenses, but hopefully we'll still be able to get away with the win, because we do have that extra troop damage now. Okay, so that rocket is hitting us from the side. Don't like that. Okay, I'll wait a second here. And let's just flare up there, and I'll use up a cryo bomb there to take out all those, and save the heavy chopper for just a second there. And then we'll split drop these guys, 2 over here, 2 over there. We will need a cryo bomb on each side, I'd say. Okay, let's take a look down here. Cryo bomb here, do a tiny shock, and do a tiny shock on flamethrower. Activate some critters, and I think let's try and keep those rockets down. Do a cryo bomb. So these guys I didn't take out the shock mine there. That might have been a mistake. But I think some of them will be able to come around and take down that last Endrium there. Cry bomb, I need to flare. Okay, I think that flare was too aggressive. We didn't even take out that shock launcher there. All we need is a few shots there. Couple of shots, 217 and 214. Okay, that was very tense. He had way more defenses there. But let's take a look if that extra troop damage and Endrium advantage helped us. Our base would have been super easy to take out there. What's that? 214 versus 27. Thankfully we got that. I was worried there for a second, but let's take a look at what I tried to do there. So regular heavies, not heavy choppers. 4x speed and the cryo bombardiers. He dropped them all on one side. He didn't try to split them up in the two corners here, left and right. Okay. And he just let them spread out by themselves. Okay. Okay, so we'll take any win we can. And we're at 19 and 53. We'll just do one or two more here. So long as we have the seekers for it there, I'd say. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I'll bring in an extra boat of seekers here. Luckily we have enough for that. Let's bring in these guys. First time doing this one here. Bring them right over there, and then the seekers up there should be enough. Let's go ahead and we'll just drop 1, 2. Drop them down there. Cry bomb there. Cry bomb here. Tiny shock, tiny shock. Yeah, those guys, yeah, they'll be fine there. We just need to keep these seekers alive on this side. Okay, I do want to do another tiny shock right there. Okay, let's take a look. This is not that many alive up there. Tiny shock there. And those guys are going to fizzle out, but I think we might have enough down here to go up there as well. You can see it's all the single shot defenses. They literally pick us off there. And yeah, this is going to be a fizzle, guys. So maybe if we had that extra 250 troop damage, so in another day or two, this type of attack will be better. So let's take a look. I'll just activate some more critters over here. Let's try to reflare for a second. We have one last Endrium, and we can't do anything about that at the moment. So this is going to be a loss. Okay, there it is. So even though we're not collecting for Endriums, we finished the base at 2 minutes 1 second. Let's take a look what time he got there. We'll do one more attack here. Hopefully we only lost 9 stars there. 10 stars, darn, that hurts. Okay, let's take a look. 4x speed. Okay, we don't have any, yeah, we don't have any splash damage here. That's an issue. Laser Rangers and then Seekers. So he took out, he used just critters to take out one Endrium there. Laser Rangers to take out that, and then Seekers 5 Endriums there, I think. Machine gun might have to move that a bit more forward there. Okay, yeah, they got shocked there. Flotsam came into play, but like I said, our base doesn't have that much defenses there. We can see Seekers are still, good amount of them are still alive there, probably about a boat and a half worth of Seekers there. Let's take a look at what we can do. Let's take out that guy there. We'll move this guy up. Put something over here as well. Move that there. And I'll just move. We'll try that there. So they got shocked up there, allowing the single shot defenses a bit more time to take them out. Okay, so let's just do one more, guys. 81 there. We won't be able to switch out for all Seekers here, because our Seeker reserve is empty, so we're stuck with the loadout that we have here. Let's take a look if we can get lucky here. Finish on a win at least. Rank 19 versus 19 previous end dream level. Perfect. We can swap one of these guys out for the bombardiers here. No rockets or anything. That's nice. That's going to help us out quite a bit there. Let's drop these guys down. Flare over here. I'll let these guys take out that end dream and then we'll flare them up there. That will mean the Seekers have to take out these 3 down here. Okay, so one cryo bombardier died from that boom cannon. And once again, they're getting targeted right there. Not going to bother trying to save them there. And we'll reflare in a second. Okay, go, go, go. Okay, they're going up there. Let's drop some of these guys over here. One over there and then these guys right over here. Cryo bomb, those guys are going to come around. Perfect. Tiny shock there. And actually, I do see a hidden shock mine there as well. Okay, those guys will do some critters there. These guys are splitting up. We'll just tiny shock all this stuff pretty much. And then we'll do a cryo bomb over here if they decide to come around. Perfect, so these 3 are down. Let's do a cryo bomb there. I think if we can get some of them to get up onto that end room. Right there. Just activate some critters here. And that's how it's been going for opponents without the rockets there. So 231, that was a nice one there. Okay, 231. Heavy chopper, rocket chopper, Seekers are coming in now. He took out all the mines. Expected that. He was able to tiny shock the machine gun. Okay, we got to put that underneath the sky shield a bit more. Let's just zoom out there. So that area is finished with the critters and rocket choppers, and yeah. So let's just move this one a little bit more in, I think. That should do it there. And let's see. I'll leave it the way it is, to be honest. They're going to be able to take out all the mines with the cryo bombs anyway. So okay, that's going to be it from me. First 3 attacks right there. 2 wins. 1 losses. We aren't up to rank 20 just yet, but I think after the next 2 unlocks, once we have 250 troop damage there and then the extra building damage, then let's take a look over here. Some more prototype defenses. Some more prototype defenses. Remote defib there. So yeah, so we got to go back, start backfilling pretty soon, but after we get some of this other good stuff there, I'd say. Anyway, that's going to be it from me, guys. Let me know how you guys are getting along. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.